Hello, tea people. Welcome to TDB.
Oh God, I don't know who you are, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid we're doing.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
What we doing today, boss?
We are doing some Heicha. This is from it's like Tianjian. It's a type of Heicha. It's from the same. Actually, I don't want to say that. So you can see it's fairly rough material. This one has been sent courtesy of Mr. Green. It's called Taels. Supposedly it has very traditional Heicha processing. So it's from 2012. Supposedly quite a good tea. I think it comes in like these gigantic logs.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't have a gigantic log. I have a small sample.
Right.
It sounds like a very unique tea, so I wanted to try it with you.
Awesome. Looks cool. Yeah, looks very iron pressed too. So
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, and my experience with Heichas too, non-pure Heichas that is I think they tend to benefit from leaning on them a little bit more than pure does. So hopefully we will survive. I don't think this tea will be too strong, but we will see.
Cool. That's a smoky aroma from the cup. Wow. Oh, it's got a really strong incense, like kind of classic Asian grocery store incense flavor smell to it. You know how like the Asian grocery store is like half grocery, right? And there's got to be some like dude in the back cutting fish up and stuff, wearing like full rubber and stuff, just hacking off heads and stuff. And then there's like a section where you can buy like the tiger pills and stuff, and then like the like all of the cool like cooking stuff, you know, like the huge woks and like the big ladles and all that stuff. So anyway, it smells like that section with like the incense as well, you know, like those weird Tupperwares they have.
Aisle 3. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Cheers. So this tea is about 10 years old, stored in Malaysia too. So cheers.
Cheers. Very smoky flavor smell. Huh. Oh, sweet.
It has a very woody, refreshing taste, I almost want to say.
Citrus, almost like a pine citrus cleaning product kind of smell to it. Not in a bad way.
Pine citrus cleaning product.
Yeah, a little bit though.
That's definitely going to be the movie poster for this tea.
Oh, it smells really good. It smells kind of like a roasted fire.
Yeah, there's like hints of the smokiness, but it's not at all overwhelming to the tea.
Definitely not in the cup, in the flavor itself. Good, some nice sweetness. A little bit of a like not a sourness, but just again that like kind of like lime rind sort of a thing going on.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I feel like when we're doing TDB for most types of teas, we have a pretty good idea of what to expect from the category of teas. I would say the one exception are these Heichas, which neither of us drink that much, and are frankly kind of rare to find, especially some that's supposedly quite different from normal Tianjian. But I hardly ever drink Tianjian anyways, which is like a type of bamboo Heicha. So I don't even know what to expect there. So I feel like on these episodes, we are getting as close to like a novel tea experience for both of us.
Totally.
As any other tea.
Yeah, very unfamiliar profile for me. Really interesting, really tasty actually. And like, just like a hint of, it's almost like you've been cutting up limes summertime, you're making some gin and tonics, you know, cutting up those limes, and there's just a little bit of that lime oil in the air.
Interesting.
James is a pure man, he does not drink.
No. I do drink. I'm a social drinker. So my wife does not drink. So as a result, I drink a lot less.
I'm definitely a hot day gin and tonic after a workout kind of guy. Oof, it's a good time. But also a social drinker. Yeah, I don't understand the appeal of drinking by yourself. I drink tea when I want to like have something interesting. Look at that. Ooh, that smelled a lot. That smelled a lot more like age and kind of medicine shop.
Yeah, it looks like the color deepened a lot more. So I think we're really getting into more of the the meat of the tea here.
Yeah, and the actual guy one itself is still not all the leaves are not unfurled all the way, and it's getting nice and full.
Yeah.
So.
But not too aggressive on the first steep, I wouldn't say. So I'm curious about the steep, which could be a little stronger, but we'll find out.
Yeah. Okay. Cheers.
Cheers. Nice body. Almost has like a little menthol wood to it, which reminds me a little pu'er, but the nature of it feels quite different, actually.
That was stronger. It's a little bit of a tan and mouth puckering thing.
Oh, interesting.
Not too much.
I must be having too much pu'er because I don't get it. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, less of that lime. Very interesting.
Okay. Yeah, the body of it is considerably thicker.
Juicy.
How about the sweetness? Do you find it very sweet on this steep?
Not as sweet as it was last time.
Okay.
For me, this is strong.
Okay.
This is a strong tea. Yeah, it's very flavorful. Like so there are some teas that are just strong in that they are strongly brewed. There are some teas that are strong in that their flavors are strong. I think this is both for me.
Okay.
So definitely, like, I can tell I'm gonna be walking on water after this episode.
Yeah. Well, it's tea number 4. Okay.
You're right though. There's this like refreshingness. There's like for something that's aged like this, I'm surprised. There's almost like a kind of a crisp, what I would call it, kind of like a crisp flavor, but it's not green. Again, it's kind of that like sort of like citrus. Very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting like some movement in my.
Yeah, it's almost mouthwatering in a certain way. So, keeping this as low as possible, so as not to do death by tea.
Okay. All right. Yeah, actually, let me smell that.
Wow, it has quite a strong. I almost want to say it smells like an old sofa in the basement or something like that. It's starting to get into your territory here.
Yeah, there you go.
Like you're gonna slap a trademark on my face. Or something.
Yeah. You're 6. You're in the basement. 30 minutes later, it's like, what? That's pretty much my role at TDB.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean, though. There's a little bit of an old sofa vibe going on. Nothing bad, though.
Yeah, it actually reminds me of one of my aunt's places growing up, so that must be why. I don't know what it is specifically about that aroma, but
I'm getting that Chinese, that like grocery store. I don't know what, maybe sandalwood. I think is probably the actual incense flavor. It's good. This is really potent.
yeah. It leaves a nice lingering flavor too in the mouth.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Maybe it's just less time steeping him now, but it's a little bit thinner. For how strong it is, though, I almost feel like there's a bit of a, not mismatch in a bad way, but I would expect it to be thicker and more viscous for how intense the flavors are.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, like, usually how you would bring out more thickness is you brew it longer. But if we brew this longer, you're going to be hit with a bunch of other stuff, too. So.
Yeah, I die. Oh, this is good. Definitely. So, yeah, okay. So, mom test.
No.
Yeah, no. This is a tea drinker's tea. This is.
Yeah. How do you think this will age? Just off the cuff.
That's a good question. Because it's not even bitter.
No, it's not. It's not strong in that way.
Yeah.
And I think you are finding it a bit stronger than I am.
Yeah.
But I don't disagree that it is strong. We'll do one last one.
Sounds good. I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah, I think it might mellow it a little bit. It's very potent, though.
Yeah, maybe it'll just darken its profile.
Yeah. It's good. Very powerful. Yeah. And there's, again, that kind of like mouth-watering crispness, hydrating, almost like a sports drink, like electrolytes, like Gatorade, like lemon Gatorade or something.
Interesting.
Yeah, sponsor us.
This episode has been sponsored by Gatorade. Bringing you the electrolytes you need to make it through a tea session.
Yeah, oh my god.
So are you still getting that sort of like lime, acidic, lemony citric?
Not as much, yeah. Although it could just be that it's kind of a little bit overpowered, frankly.
Yeah, this tea really reminds me of some relatives' house. I just gotta say, who are Asian. So I don't know. I can't help but think of that. So it brings Denny to an Asian grocery. It brings me to some relatives' couches, apparently. So.
Pretty fairly uniform in terms of the actual leaves themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, very, very interesting. Very unique for the show.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the other thing is like when we're bringing on these unique heichas, they're all different from one another too.
Right.
It's like not like this is the same as like the golden flowers.
Exactly. Yeah. I
Which
don't think it
tends to be much more mellow,
right,
compared to this. Yeah.
Yeah. Easy drinking. This is, I think, a bit more challenging.
Yeah.
Not something you would be like having a deep conversation with. This is like just an attention demanding tea, not because you need to pay attention, but because it's gonna make you pay attention. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oof, here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I think it's losing its intensity slowly.
Yeah, I think I'm liking it rounding this corner a little bit because you're getting a bit more of the dynamic flavor going on. It's nice. There's a coziness to this profile too, which is interesting. I felt like earlier it was a bit more fresh and crisp. Now it's a bit more cozy and...
Yeah. This might be one of those teas where you play around with the parameters, and I may have overdone it just by a little bit this session, and so you lower those parameters and you get a little bit more of a pleasant session. Because the profile is so unique, I wasn't exactly sure.
Yeah.
And I wanted to lean on the side of aiming a little too hard, and it seems like mission objective achieved.
Honestly, though, I mean, not to push back too much on that, but I like it like this. I do. It's just that it's intense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, pick your poison. I think you could brew a little bit with less leaf, and maybe a little bit longer temperature or time rather, and it would be potentially pretty different.
Yeah.
But again, it's not like it's bitter.
No.
And it has a little bit of tan and mouth pucker for me, but even that's kind of gone away. It's probably true that I'm not drinking as much of teas like this as you are, James. So that's
I'm almost never drinking a tea like this. To be honest.
But I'm not drinking a lot of like heavy raw.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
I
intense
gotcha,
flavors.
Yeah.
So this is definitely interesting. Can people pick this up? Is this something?
No, they can't.
Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of a weird one.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah. You just have to
Deal with
wonder who Mr. Green is.
Is that true?
Yeah. You may have knocked off Mr. Pink. You never know.
There you go. Very good. Reservoir Dogs. Okay.
Yeah.
Comment below.
30-year anniversary. Sundance 1992.
Comment below if you're a film nerd.
Sure.
And a tea nerd. Wow. This is going to last for me for quite some time, I can tell.
Yeah.
Episode 400 and
Something.
10 maybe?
Yeah, 409? Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
Anyway, wow. If you like the episode, you can like it. If you don't like it, not liking it doesn't hurt us anymore, guys. We don't take it to heart anymore. We can't see those dislikes. Can you, actually? I never checked like the stats.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe you
We
pay
clearly
attention.
aren't paying close attention anyway, so.
Yeah.
Our haters, do you exist?
Yeah.
Are you for real?
Yeah, sticks and stones may bake your bones, but dislikes
bake your
don't hurt us. So
I want to bake your bones.
yeah, that's right. TDB cannibalism next time. Anyway,
How to cook a Denny.
oh my god. Yeah. Well, shout out to all you weirdos who are still with us. Thank you for watching. What a series of teas. Yum. I think we can officially just say that COVID's over, and we'll be back. So
Yeah, now we're canceled for real.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So back to the normal scheduling, hopefully.
Oh yeah.
And
In terms of that,
yeah, exactly. And tdb.org for more written content.
Yeah.
Vendor guides, pricing guides, every single thing James has recorded, and every once in a while I do stuff on the YouTube channel. Subscribe, do the things. Love you guys. Adios. Ciao.